Welcome everyone. Happy Goku Day, by the way, and happy Mother's Day, by the way. Welcome back to the channel. I know I'm late to the party, but it's time for one of the most controversial fights in the Boruto anime to be adapted. And for me, yours truly, your friendly neighborhood Uchiha, to give his reaction, review, thoughts, and all that jazz and blues on it. So episode 198 of the Boruto anime. It's crazy to think that we're almost 200 episodes in, but the much or highly anticipated fight between Naruto and Delta is here, and I'm looking forward to actually seeing how they actually extend and fix any problems that the fight had in the manga from a choreography standpoint. So this should be fun for the most part. I did kind of just browse back through chapters 31 and 32 and 33, which should be the chapters this fight is based around. So this should be interesting. So anyway, if you're new here, thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. Leave a like if you enjoy my video here. A subscription. Subscribe. That's the subscription. That sounds kind of tedious. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. Yeah, so respect in all aspects, and let's get into episode 198. Alright, so here we go. Last time on Boruto, our Naruto's son, we had Delta actually, showcasing to us, the fans, that she needs a new camera for her OnlyFans, obviously. Because that quality, man, that was not going to work. I'm sorry, nobody's gonna pay whatever amount she's gonna charge for a subscription with that camera quality, if I'm being quite honest. So, yeah. I mean, in Naruto's defense, who doesn't know about Naruto, honestly? The silence, though. Let's go! Ooh, ha, bitches. Stop it. Of course, like everybody else in the Boruto era, I also have the ability to absorb shits. Oh wow, we never would have saw that coming. Ooh. I wasn't really expecting that color scheme for her, for her legs though. Reveal the thickness. 6 parts till be huge mode. Stop it. Stop. Yo. I'm having fun watching this, I'm not gonna lie. Interesting aura choice for Naruto there. Ara. Please don't flashback, please don't flashback, please don't flashback, please don't flashback. Okay. Interesting, isn't it? I did like this portion of the fight because it really shows Naruto's growth as a fighter. I mean, before, Naruto pretending to be injured to get information, like, out of the question, I would say. Pretended to be wicked. Yeah, so that's a nice touch to this fight. Boruto, come on, fam. You saw this man and Sasuke go up against Momoshiki. Yo, what's with these auras, man? Like, I'm really digging Naruto's aura for this episode. Yeah. Ooh, that change in art and shading there. Stop it. Ooh, shit. Okay, so this is new. Yo. Wait, the lava release. Let's go. Yo. Alright, the animation. The lava release that could have used a bit more oomph to it, if I'm being honest. I was expecting to have just a bit more oomph. You'd think with how smart Boruto is, you'd figure all of this out. Honestly, for the persons who actually hate Boruto as a character, this episode is just fueling the fire in, you know, the reasons why they hate Boruto. Because you think with how smart they market Boruto to be, he'd actually recognize that's what Naruto's doing in this episode. It feels so odd seeing Naruto so composed and in control of the fight. Yo, that look clean. To be honest, I was expecting those beams to be like just fully yellow. There's just this eerie confidence on Naruto's face. Yo, Delta's just so frustrated with this fight, bro. Yo. Still need to upgrade the cam, Delta. Bombas! I think that is a new seed. Shit, no, this is really new. Because in the manga, Boruto used a vanishing Rasengan before. Oh, there we go. Boy, yeah. I really just love the effect of those eyes. Could have just made 2 shadow clones in the meantime, but hey. It's just funny seeing Delta's it's just funny seeing Delta's facial reactions as like the angrier she gets. Shadow. Haha, so that was episode 198 of the Boruto anime. And, you know, looking back on the manga, that episode covered the events of chapters 31 and 32. So, yeah, for all intents and purposes, it was a very well executed adaptation of those 2 chapters. When it comes down to the Boruto manga and this fight specifically, it was very Dragon Ball-esque, like reading it for the first time. So I think when it comes down to this episode and adapting it into, like, you know, visual anime format, it really benefited, or it really added to the fight for me personally, in terms of seeing the taijutsu moves more so than the manga. I mean, we did see, you know, the punches and everything, but I thought, like, just taking in this fight as a fan, or just between the anime and manga, for me, just generally speaking, I just think it works much better in the anime format than the manga format, if I'm being quite honest, where you can see much more of the fight, you know, play out. You can see much more of the moves clearer. And you can, I mean, a lot of persons when it comes on to the Naruto franchise really dig taijutsu, but to me, I don't know, there was just something about how it's portrayed in the manga that it's just alright, but here in the anime it just feels, and I receive it much better, is essentially what I'm saying. And I think that might be the reception across the board for most of you guys who have already watched the episode from earlier in the day, when you compare it to the manga at least. So there's that. What I did also like about the episode, and this part in the story generally speaking, is the portrayal of Naruto as a character, as it really emphasizes, I would say, how much he's grown as a fighter, as a ninja. And I know I did repeat it time and time again, the whole eerie confidence on his face, but not in a bad way. It wasn't necessarily a bad thing, but it just really emphasizes how much Naruto's grown as a character. As I was saying in the reaction section, you know, back in the day, Naruto pretending to get seriously injured to, you know, obtain information, probably 1 or 2 times maybe, because I might be overthinking or overlooking, or probably not remembering properly. But for as far as I can remember, there's no time that really stands out like that, like how they portray Naruto here. Oh, it was just a nice touch to really emphasize that he really is the Hokage, and he is, even though he's still not the smartest knife in the in the kitchen, but it does show that he's come a long way in terms of how he approaches fights and how he is basically living up to his responsibility and just acknowledging him being essentially aware of the whole situation that they're in when it comes down to Kara and the fact that they lack so much information. So it was a nice touch for Naruto's character for this episode for me. I really love that. Now, Boruto is the next thing in this episode. Boruto and the changes they made to the episode. No. Again, since this is almost a 1-for-1 adaptation of the manga so far for chapters 31 and 32, Boruto and his portrayal and his as a spectator to this fight, it's honestly like a disappointing moment for Boruto's character for me, because Boruto's a character that, you know, he's marketed as a genius, right? He's marketed as at least smarter than Naruto was when Naruto was his age, right? Cool, all fine and dandy. And this isn't to take away anything from Kawaki, but I'm sure when it comes down to missions, fights, even though Kawaki was trained by Jigen, and you could assume some other members of Kara, I'm sure Boruto must have had much more mission and combat experience than Kawaki. I think it's safe for me to say that. So to get to this point in the story for Boruto not being able to actually pick up that Naruto was actually just kind of leading Delta around, kind of holding back, trying to kind of get her away from him, from the kids. I mean, it's really disappointing, and I think that justifies the change they made in this episode, because in the manga, even though that scene where Delta punches Boruto, then absorbs the Vanishing Rasengan, is there, they changed around the order of things, because in the manga we had Naruto fighting Delta, we had Naruto on the ground and about to get, well, it seemed like he was about to get hit with one of Delta's whole chakra beams, but Boruto interrupts with the Karma and the Vanishing Rasengan. Here, Delta seemingly just goes after the kids first, and then we get the Vanishing Rasengan. And I think that was the order of things was changed so that Boruto's character doesn't look like a complete incompetent fool. So yeah, I think in the grand scheme of things, that makes episode flow a bit better, and it doesn't seem like Boruto is just this complete impulsive character that is so I think that was a decent change. We did get like 1 and 2, that scene where, you know, Naruto punches Delta to the ground from up in the air. That's an additional scene. So there was that. I was for some reason expecting a bit more of a more oomph or bombastic effect with the lava release Rasen Shuriken. So I'm a bit iffy, a bit disappointed on that. I was like, I don't know, I was just expecting something a bit more to wow me, like how, you know, visually speaking, Delta's, you know, laser eye beams our heat beam eye blast had a very, like, a spectacular, like it stood out to me. The lava release Rasen Shuriken, after so much time not seeing it since the 4th Great Ninja War, it was yeah. So there was that. But all in all, And of course, we have by the end there Kawaki stepping in to actually save Naruto and Himawari. Even though I still think Naruto should have been fast enough to actually get to Himawari, or at least send 2 shadow clones. Because back when I was reading the manga of month to month, or I still do, but when this chapter just dropped, my biggest complaint about it was the fact that I don't think Naruto's speed was highlighted, you know, properly in this, because he should have been able to catch Himawari and create some shadow clones to, you know, defend himself. So that was my only complaint. But for the most part, this is going good. Episode 198 is another solid entry. The fight between Naruto and Delta is on it, well, still continuing into next episode, but so far the fight is it's seen some positive gains from the fact that it's animated versus the manga, which seemed it was more Dragon Ball-esque, if I must say. But at least with the anime, since we can see the more of the taijutsu clearer, it seems like almost like a traditional Naruto fight. So yeah. And just the last thing, I did love the aura effects for Naruto. Even though that is Dragon Ball-esque as well, but it was clean. So yeah. But all in all, solid episode. Enjoyed and loved it. And I hope you guys enjoyed it too. Let me know your thoughts and your disappointments, problems, concerns in the comment section below. Yeah, so that's all I have for this one. Leave a like, subscribe. Journey to 20,000 subscribers. So yeah. Happy Goku Day and happy Mother's Day again to everyone. Yeah.